Hey guys, welcome back to Cooking with Cam. On today's episode, we'll be making red garlic mashed potatoes and bourbon pecan chicken. So to start off with our ingredients, for the mashed potatoes, we're going to use 8 red potatoes, 2 teaspoons of crushed garlic, half a cup of butter. We're going to use some heavy cream, some paprika, garlic powder, and a little bit of white sugar. And for the bourbon chicken, we have our chicken that's being marinated in the back in the bowl. We're going to use some chopped pecans, dry breadcrumbs, quarter cup of clarified butter that's going to be melted. We're going to use some Dijon mustard, some brown sugar. For our bourbon whiskey, we'll be using a little bit of the Black Label Johnny Walker. This time we're using a little scotch because I prefer that better. And we're going to use some soy sauce, and we have the liquid amino, which is a soy sauce alternative. And lastly, we're going to use some Worcestershire sauce and some butter. Alright guys, for step 1, all we're going to do is we're going to fill a pot about halfway, and we're going to put our potatoes in there and let it boil. And once we're having it in the water, we're going to put about a teaspoon of the crushed garlic into the water for flavoring. Once you have the pot filled, you take your red potatoes right here, and you're going to put them into the water, and we're going to let them boil. And now we'll add a little teaspoon of garlic. And that's going to add a little bit of flavor to the potatoes. Alright guys, for step 2, we're going to take our potatoes that have been boiling and cooking, and now we're going to drain them. And after we let them drain, then we're going to put them in a bowl and we're going to mash them up and add the cream, paprika, garlic powder, and butter. Alright guys, to continue with our step 2, we have our potatoes in our bowl right here, and we're just going to start mashing them up. Leave the skin on to get you that red skin mashed potatoes. Alright guys, after you begin to mash up your potatoes, you're going to add your stick of butter, and you're going to add some paprika. And then you're going to add some garlic powder. And then you're going to add half a cup of heavy cream. And then you're going to now mash that in all together. And then we're going to come back and we're going to make it smooth and mix it. Alright guys, so here you have it. This is the red skin mashed potatoes. And now we're going to go ahead and cook our bourbon pecan chicken. Alright guys, now we're going to cook our bourbon chicken. And as we're going to take our chicken that's been marinating. And now we're going to get nice and coated in the breadcrumbs. There's some butter in here as well. Get a nice coat. And then we're going to add it to the pan. And we're going to do the same thing with the other ones. And we're going to cook them until they're about golden brown. Alright guys, for step 2 of making the chicken, we're gonna create our sauce. In the saucepan, we're gonna put the Dijon mustard, the brown sugar, the bourbon, which is gonna be our black, our soy sauce, Worcestershire sauce, and we're gonna bring it all together and make it so smooth and let it simmer. And we're gonna add to the chicken and the mashed potatoes. All right, to start off, I put a 1/4 tablespoon of butter already in the pan, and we're pretty much gonna do a 1/4 cup of everything from here on out. So we have our Worcestershire sauce, and we're just gonna add about a 1/4 cup of that. Then we're gonna take our liquid amino, which is our soy sauce alternative. We're gonna add a 1/4 cup of that as well. Then we're gonna take our honey Dijon mustard. That's also gonna be another 1/4 cup. That gives it the thickness of the sauce we like. And then we're going to take a tablespoon of brown sugar. And lastly, we're going to be using the Johnnie Walker Black. Now we just stir it up over medium heat and we're going to let it simmer. Alright guys, and here we are. This is the finished product. Plated it with, we used the sauce as a base, and then we put the mashed potatoes right there. Then we put the chicken right on top with the parsley flake and the mashed potatoes and some scallions on top. Enjoy.